Hi. Have you ever went out to the river and been so excited to go in, get that first jump in, feel the water hit you, and just get out of the sun? Then you try to touch the bottom and you cut yourself on a sharp object and you have no clue what it is. It's either a piece of garbage, a rock, or it was a zebra mussel. This is a perfect example of an invasive species. They're everywhere in the world today, and they can be a very big problem to all sorts of people. Invasive species aren't from where they end up, which is why they're called invasive species, because they invade territory and take it over. Invasive species can be spread in many different kind of ways. There are so many kind of different types of invasive species that get into different areas in some different ways. One of the most common ways is from body water to body water. This can be done by boats. By taking boats from one place to another, stuff gets attached to the bottom, which leads to different species going to water, which they aren't usually from. This is by far the most common type of way to spread invasive species that people know about. It is very common in today's world. Some other ways may surprise you. Another way that they're spread is by accidentally and purposely releasing pets or some kind of animals into the wild. By doing that, the animals may go around and find the same animal and they start to reproduce in that area. This would be another example of making an invasive species something that isn't normal from the area. This could be something as simple as a cat. Wild cats are not normal for around here, which would make them an invasive species if they became a wild animal. Another way which species can be spread is the shipping of seafood across seas. The seafood is wrapped in a certain type of seaweed which preserves the seafood and making it much easier to ship around the world, which is something that is very common with shipping companies and they have to do to ship seafood. When a crate falls into the water on accident and that seaweed starts to spread on the seabed, it would be an invasive species because it is not from that part of the world. This isn't the most common type of invasive species, but it still happens more than the average person would think. Invasive species are something that's a very big problem in today's world. They can be a very big problem surrounding wildlife. When an invasive species comes into a new area, they take food from the native wildlife, which causes them to either move or die. Thank you for listening.